girls lacrosse semifinal live from Dumke Field, as we've got a pair of Region 6 teams going to battle tonight. The top seeded Olympus Titans and the number 5 seed Brighton Bengals. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Please be joined by Kenzie Christiansen. Kenzie, these two programs, very familiar with each other.
Absolutely.
Not only regular season, former playoff matchups. And look, it's a tall task for the Brighton Bengals tonight, going up against maybe the best team in the state, regardless of classification.
Arguably, yes. Yeah, I definitely think they're one of the best, if not the best team in the state. But Brighton has overcome a lot this season, had a couple of upsets, per se, in their season, and I think, you know, it could be anybody's game, honestly. You never know what kind of team's going to show up tonight.
These two teams played in the regular season. It was a 17-6 win for the Titans. One of the rare occasions where Olympus did not score over 20. And I say that because more than half of their games, they've scored over 20 goals this year.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's unreal. Olympus has not lost in state. They have one loss on the season. That came to Foothill out of California. They're 16-1 on the year, 8-0, and they have 320 goals in 17 games. This is
amazing.
Another level of talent when you talk about Olympus. And this is a Brighton group that they're back in a semifinal again, third or fourth year in a row. Very talented senior class with Gurley, Hughley, Cole, Zoe Kiefer, a lot of very talented, experienced players for the Bengals. It's an interesting semi, but
Absolutely.
one where it's also got a little bit of a David Goliath feel to it, just based off of how the year has gone for Olympus.
Absolutely. I definitely think that is a great way to put it. You know, they do have great depth on both ends. A lot of these players don't just play high school, they play comp. A couple of them play at the national level. Overall, great players and great depths. Taught knowledge to these players have been far in between such amazing talents of coaches.
We've seen Annabelle Kiefer a couple times this year. She's in cage for Brighton. She can be locked down, and she's going to have her best game of the year tonight if Brighton wants to get the win. Meanwhile, Sydney Rossi, the other starting goalie for the Titans, she's just, first team all-region, 525 save percentage, just doing what she does.
She does her best life. That's what she does. She's doing great. She's an amazing goalie. I think one of the best in state, if not the best in state, for the goalies.
Top scorers for Olympus this year. How about two goal scorers with 64? Hazel Baker has 64. Sarah Ane has 64. And they both have over 35 saves each as that shot from Gurley is deflected wide. Meanwhile, you have Hannah Nelson with 58 goals. Masami Gudik with 53. 40 for Lizzie Ane. There's no shortage of offense. And the first goal goes to Brighton, as it's cleaned up by Sophie Nielsen, the all-region basketball player. And they actually said 29 Zoe Kiefer with that goal. My apologies.
Zoe Kiefer? I thought Zoe Kiefer was a goalie.
Nah, Annabelle Kiefer's the goalie. I thought it was 20 Sarah Ane, but my eyes could have deceived me. Yeah, because Kiefer's back on D. I'm going with Sophie Nielsen.
Final answer.
Her 36th of the year. And if I'm wrong, well, Brian, I apologize. 1-0 Bengals. Might be the largest in-state deficit Olympus has faced this year. I'm just kidding.
You just never know.
Procedure will give it to the Titans. It's Olympus team. They were so good last year, got upset in the state championship game. They're looking to finish it this year, and you see what we're talking about. Seconds later, it's in the back of the cage, and the Titans have evened it up thanks to Hannah Nelson.
Wow, they're 1 for 1 for almost everything. 1 goal each and 1 draw control each. Overall, just super great.
The athleticism, the length, the speed, and just the talent. You just don't see it like Olympus has it this year.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's just a loaded roster.
Yeah, I think the Olympus coaching staff has done an amazing job all around with every athlete on the field. And, they've had players join them like, Masami Godik this last year that has really brought their program to the next level too. Just a little bit more depth on the field.
Another draw here. And this one back and gathered by Nelson for the Titans. Trying to send this up with Lizzie Ane. Lizzie with it here. Centered. Oh, wow. What a one-touch shot and goal. Hazel Baker in the scoring column for the Titans.
I thought it was Masami Godik, number 8.
It was number 8.
Goal number 8, Masami Godik.
Nice on him. That's called no hesitation right there. Super great.
And, that's one where she doesn't even really have to catch that. I mean, it's in the netting, but it's out before it's even in.
It was just a direction. It's just a redirection of the ball. That fire to her. She just turned that head and flicked it in.
Gurley and Ane on the draw.
This is where it just, as Olympus is done, they score early, they score often, and digging out of holes against this group is tough to do. Kind of felt like when they lost last year and the way the season started, almost unfinished business for this group based off of last year,
Absolutely.
how good they were and falling short.
Absolutely.
Procedure here, we'll give it to Brighton.
I think it was the on-circle action. I don't know if it was necessarily the draw.
Yeah,
Either way.
Kind of a jump on the outside, right? And we've got a whistle here, and this is going to give it, or keep it with the Bengals, I should say.
Would it? She's calling off sides. Because she had her hand up in the air in a fist motion. I don't understand, but okay. Oh, it's a check, maybe? Who knows? Anyways, they got the ball.
Ground ball here inside the 8. Kept here by the Bengals. This is Nielsen. Working in front. Oh, hit off the crossbar.
Yeah, Rossi had a great save on that, able to keep it out of goal.
Scooped up here with Eichner. Eichner's had a good year. 20 goals. Her and Lee, Gurley, Nielsen have brought a lot of offense to this Brighton squad. 13-4 on the year, 6-2 in region. Their region loss is coming to the Titans and Park City, who's in our next 5A semi, as the Miners will take on the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles.
I definitely think these two are in the second, maybe first highest region in the state with a lot of competitiveness.
Gurley trying to walk that line right in front of the crease and drawing the call. Yeah, I mean, I think there's no question Region 6 was the most difficult region.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 6 is really, is it, what region are they? They're 6?
They're 6.
They're
Yep.
6. What's
Yep.
Riverton and Mountain Ridge? 3?
They're 2.
2. Well, those two, I think, are the two top teams, and obviously we've seen them here today.
Coming in, Gurley looking for the shot. That's high and backed up.
Push. Going back to Gurley.
Oh, yeah.
8-meter
yeah, his outside
opportunity.
official had the push there. Yeah, like I even thought the top of Region 3 was really strong this year as well in 6A.
Freshman who's in 3.
Lone Peak,
Oh, yeah.
PG, Skyridge, Gurley with the shot. And it's tied it up at 2. But I think when you look at the top of, I mean, West Jordan didn't lose a game outside of region play, right? And they finished third, fourth in that region.
Yep.
They were the number 4 seed.
I mean, you look who you're going against.
The
so,
top
you
4 seeds
Yeah.
are all out of Region 6 in 5A. Top 5 seeds. No, number 3, Woods Cross.
Yeah,
My bad.
don't make me glare at you like
My
that.
bad. 4 of the 5.
There
4
we go.
of the 5.
There we go. I wasn't going to correct you.
I got there eventually. I got there eventually.
Hey, it's okay. Third seed already got knocked out by double overtime, but best of luck to everybody else.
2 apiece. Good fight here from the Bengals early in this one. You knew they would. Proud program, great tradition.
A team we've seen a few times this year.
Yep.
A lot of great spirit, a lot of great depth throughout their whole program from youth to kindergarten. Their little babies are so cute, all the way up to their seniors here.
And here's Sarah Ane. Boy, good jukes there by Lizzie, but Brighton defending well, fed in front. Another Olympus goal right in front of the cage for Hannah Nelson.
Beautiful plays. That defense held them out so well that they had to give an assist, and no one better to give it to than the great Hannah Nelson.
Hannah Nelson is a player for me that's like, I don't know what you do with her because of her length and her
so
speed. It's like
tall,
you can get that play if you're Olympus seemingly a dozen times, right? Because how do you match up with her defensively? And she's so talented that you get in the vicinity, she's going to get the possession, and her length it's just like she's a
so
matchup
hard.
nightmare.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's so many girls that are super tall on this team. The average height for about a Utah female is about 5'4", 5'5", sometimes scraping size 5'6", but theirs is average is 5'7", scraping at least an inch or two over everybody else, and they have girls well almost 6 feet tall.
By the way, it's Nelson on the draws for Olympus as well, and she can more than hold her own there as Gurley coming up with the win this time. Gurley will start here. This is extended.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Lost it, trying to stay on it. And she will.
An illegal check was called.
Work behind goal. Wrap around. Good help there by Olympus. Eigner will play over to Nielsen. Nielsen, all-region basketball, all-region lacrosse.
Sounds like a great athlete to me.
She is. Had a chance to interview Coach Nash. Talked about the dual sport nature of Sophie. You can catch that interview on the Utah Lax Report podcast.
Isn't she a skier too? Is it Sophie that's a competitive skier? Maybe. A lot of people here are Utah.
Here's Gurley. Shot on a goal. Izzy Gurley with her second goal of the game. Ties it up for 3, and right now Brighton matching punches
I
with the
don't
Titans.
think, from my knowledge, anybody's been this close yet with Olympus, other than Park City.
Well, and outside of their one loss, right?
Yeah, outside of, California.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking, I was like, I don't know if Brighton has enough offense to stay with Olympus. It's early, midway through the first quarter, but I think Brighton is showing, hey, they came here purposeful, intentional.
They have enough fire. They have enough drive. Olympus came in here possibly with the attitude, who knows. We've won them before. We've won them, multiple times. It's just another game, right? They're all competitions, possibly in championships. Well, no, guess what? Right here, right now, Brighton is here to show up and show off and dig deep and have a great game.
Now you're 6 minutes in, only an eighth of the way through the contest. There's a lot left to be played, but it has been a great start from the 5th-seeded Brighton Bengals. And off the draw, Gurley taps this wide, and she'll gain it. Gurley's a player that, to me, looks entirely different this year. Here's Nielsen coming through, shooting in. Oh, that was just wide. I thought that was in.
I did too.
But Gurley, man, she looks so much more deliberate, quick, decisive. She's been great this year for Brighton.
You know, one coach I'd love a microphone on is Nash. I'd love to know what she says throughout these games.
Charge, yep.
I think that's the first charge that I've seen today.
I think it's the first one I've seen. Ooh. That gathered by Davis. Here's Baker.
I feel like their passes are just so flawless.
Yeah.
Such pretty passes.
Well, and it just feels so natural and fluid, right?
Yeah. Well, one thing, they don't snatch the ball and fling it halfway across the field as we've seen some other players do.
That helps, right?
Cushioning that ball, take care of that ball, nice and soft hands.
Baker feeding in front. Turn around, that was wide. And Brighton wins the chase. Big run here from Rodney. Little room, shot, goal! It's scored by Caroline Lee. And it's 4-3. At Brighton right now, they'd be playing a little Neil Diamond.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. What?
Sweet Caroline.
Okay, there you go. I'm like, I have no
Yeah.
idea what you're talking about. Not very versed in all the musics, I guess. I'm a little bit more of a lacrosse nut than a music nut.
Look, you don't have to be a music nut to appreciate Neil Diamond.
Okay.
Let's just make that really clear.
I haven't been to a baseball game yet this season, so give me a little bit of a break on the Sweet Caroline.
We'll give you a little latitude.
Yeah, okay.
But
all
come
right,
on,
fair
Kenzie.
enough. Fair enough. But anywho, that was a great goal, great line. I think the first team to be a point up on Olympus.
Won by Baker. She's quick too. Hazel, a bounce shot that is backed up here by the Titans. Ane. Feeding in front. There's the Olympus answer. The goal from Nelson once again. I have her third. Wow, yep.
I have a third as well. Number 3 got her third. That's amazing. Super great. Off an assist, too. Able to capture the ball, turn and shoot. Great job. Like we said, that height definitely helps be able to catch the ball over anybody's head and shooting it in. I have a marking saying that she's 5'11".
Yeah.
Wow, I wish I had that kind of height. I think she's going. Is she going to Oregon? I think she's going to Oregon.
Oh, I don't know.
I know. I'm pretty sure she's going D1. I don't know. There's a lot of lineup here at Olympus that's going to Division I teams. I know 2 of them are going. Oh, it's the Anays, I think, are going to Oregon. But anywho, regardless, great player.
This draw possessed by the Bengals. Chased down by Hughley.
Right now, the Bengals have won 5 draws, and Olympus has only won 4. I mean, unofficial, of course. That's on my count. But, yeah, no, it's been super great. They're definitely possessing as much as they can.
Nielsen. GLE.
Dane, what does GLE stand for?
Goal line extended.
So proud of you. Exactly.
He can be taught. It just takes some time.
That's what we're about around here, is any type of progression.
Nielsen, what a move. You want to talk about multi-sport? How about the fluidness of that spin move?
That was great. And the protection of the stick, keeping it in front of her, make sure she doesn't hang it to get checked.
Well, and I think she's still allowed moving forward, right? So many times you see that spin move, it takes players laterally.
Exactly. Yeah, it takes them. Yeah, exactly.
And it allows the defense kind of flow with. That time she's keeping moving towards the goal.
Absolutely. No, she did really well.
She'll start 8 meters. Coming in, shot, goal. It's Nielsen, back of the cage for the Bengals.
Wow, another lead on Olympus. That's wow, that's the only word I got there. That's amazing. You know, everybody here respects Olympus, respects Park City as two of the top teams in the state, and to have what they have right here and right now is just amazing. I think the biggest part of it is that Brighton has such good morale throughout everything. I think they're the program I aspire to have. Like, they're super great, from Nash being super organized and the great longevity there. Amazing staff that played with her and now are coaching alongside her. It's great program.
We got to cover a few Brighton games this year. Got to know their roster a little bit. Very talented. When you talk about that culture, tradition's very real there.
Yeah, they had a big old blow-up lion for their senior night. I was like, I want one of those.
They had their whole youth program come out and take pictures with the seniors and with the team. And
so fun. Oh, my gosh.
it's something else, what they've built and continue to support there.
I do got to say, I love Olympus's outfits.
I do too. Ane working around, going top corner. Olympus drawing even again here with Sarah Ane.
Yeah, they're so cute. I think they're the cutest little pleated skirts. I think more people should have their type of uniforms. Adorable. T-shirts are coming back and becoming a lot more popular. I think it started becoming a lot more popular when AU, with its Athletes Unlimited, it's like the PLL for girls lacrosse. Phenomenal program. They started wearing T-shirts, and I feel like it's kind of picked up some momentum throughout all of lacrosse. Everybody's going traditional with the skirts and the T-shirts.
I just think like the traditional look is unique.
Classy. I love
right?
it.
Like Payne Stewart. I don't know if you know Payne Stewart, but he was a golfer when I was growing up. He passed away in a plane accident, but he used to wear like the old 1950s golf gear in the 90s, you know, and it was just cool to see like the reminiscent, kind of the more traditional type of look.
Just please nobody bring black, the plaid skirts.
This draw won by Baker. And draws the contact there. Here's Nelson, plays over, a little shot fake there. Coming to the middle is Lizzie.
An illegal check is being called. I believe it happened between the 8 and the 12. Should go back to that 12, putting a defendant behind. Oh, it is an 8-meter opportunity. This is a scary position to be in if you are that Brighton goalie.
Yeah.
I think it's Kiefer in net.
It is. Olympus looking to retake the lead here. Inside of a minute to go, opening quarter. Coming in, shot, goal. And they do retake the lead.
I heard a double whistle. There's a card on something.
Yep, there is after the play. And this is going to go on Brighton.
Who's it going on? Oh, player running out the field.
Yeah, so Lizzie with the goal and Zoe Kiefer here.
Look at that. Was that some back-to-back sister love right there? Because wasn't Sarah just got the one before?
Yep.
Wow. Now Lizzie. Good on him. That's called some sister love. Aren't they triplets?
Oh,
I think they're triplets.
Are they?
I think they are. I don't know.
Is a 2-minute check to the head.
I want to say yes in that it's a male triplet. Sorry if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm not certain.
Anywho, they're still a great sister duo. Starting here at the center hash. Izzy Gurley's just going to take off center since the foul did happen after the goal. They do start up here at the center with the draw. I want to know what the yellow card was for. Did you see it?
I did not.
I didn't either. Bummer. We'll watch it later. We'll know.
Started with Nelson. Sends us out. Here's coming in, and Kiefer made that save, but we had a call here. It'll be a 12-meter opportunity.
8-meter opportunity, shooting space. Shooting space is when a defendant steps in the lane without closing the gap to an attacker, giving it a dangerous call.
This will be Lizzie coming in, shooting, scoring. It's 7-5. Olympus with a pair of late goals here in the opening quarter.
I think the only goals that Olympus has not gotten is the ones that hit the outside of the net so far. They're just so fast and so intelligent with their shot placement. We almost saw in the previous game, Farmington versus Fremont. I couldn't think of the name. Farmington shot on Souza, Fremont goalie, and it almost trickled in. We don't see those type of goals happen here. There's no trickling in of nothing from Olympus. It is full heart, power, and strength.
So back to the draw here. Final seconds of the first quarter. 7-5 Olympus. This possession to Lizzie. Can Olympus do a little more damage? A call there will probably deny that. Lizzie, final seconds, working in front, could not connect, and that'll do it. 7-5, Titans lead the Bengals in the 5A semifinal. You're watching live on KSL. Start of the second quarter, 7-5, Olympus leading Brighton. Brighton showed great fight early, but the player down gave Olympus just a little bit of opportunity to create some separation. They've taken advantage of it here as we get ready to start our second quarter. Gurley's been good on the draw for the Bengals.
Almost a great taken away. Shot denied. Oh, a yellow card's getting pulled. I believe it's going to be a dangerous follow through. Yep, exactly. A dangerous follow through. That player will be sitting out for 2 minutes. That is number 8, Masami Gudik.
First card for the Titans, right?
Titans penalty.
Yes, Brighton's had one and they've had one. Yes.
Masami Gudik, 2 minutes for a dangerous.
Are you seeing Coach Zana on the sideline? Is she here today? Yeah,
Well,
she's over there.
Is she in gray or in green?
Green right there. Yep. She is 8 months pregnant, so I was trying to see if she was going to make it out. Of course she would make it out. What kind of question is that? Of course she's going to be here for her team.
I would never question Coach Spratling's determination to do something. She is a very focused, we get things done.
Mm-hmm. Precision.
Yeah. Probably why her team is so successful, huh?
Absolutely. I mean, it could help.
We apologize. They stopped the clock on that, so we're just going to pause ours, let the game clock catch up. There's about 11 and a half to go as Brighton ran out of room there. So Olympus back on the possession. Olympus will maintain it. Approaching 11 to go here in the first half. Sarah feeding to the middle, turn around, little underhand shot, and a goal.
Great shot for Baker. Nothing more shows that, she's a player that pays attention during practice, outside of practice, off season, that catching that type of pass, turning and shovel shotting it into the back of the net, that was something that Kiefer was just not ready for. I might be slaughtering this, but I think Baker is going to Michigan. Then Nays are going to Oregon. Someone else is going. There's a handful with some depth out here with that D1 positioning.
Eight 8-5 is Olympus pulling away. Brighton in desperate need to get back on the scoring sheet. And it's a draw controlled by the Titans. Talk about they just put pressure on you and starts to landslide. Brighton needing a stop. Sarah working to Nelson. Olympus fans wanted a call. Kept here. Lizzie. Work out to Nelson. Lizzie. Good defense here by the Bengals.
Yeah, there was a little bit of some bump around there, but I wouldn't have called a foul either. I didn't see anything wrong.
Yep,
she just
agreed.
happened to take a little bit of a
that's called a bump.
Yeah, just a little contact. It's lacrosse.
Both teams now at equal strength.
The Olympus penalty has been served. Sarah working around. Kiefer was pulled awfully wide, and Ane able to finish it for the Titans, as I think it's 5 unanswered now for Olympus.
I'm not sure who just shot that. Do you know?
I think it was Sarah.
Sarah Nate? Okay. Was a great crease roll. It looked like it was a little bit in the sphere. May have had a flag out there. I'm not sure, but regardless, it was a great crease roll. Defense was not able to keep up with her, and a phenomenal release.
You know, for those of you who don't know, we talked about this last game. I did a little piece with the Fremont boys. I went and put on some goalie gear, took some shots. You know the thing that surprised me the most? It wasn't even the ball speed. It was how easy it was to not know your positioning in the crease between the pipes.
Yeah.
Because it's all behind you, right? And that was the thing, like, even looking around being like, how did I get here? Like, that was the thing that surprised me the most. And you see Kiefer try to pick that up and roll with it. And yet I just don't know that she was where she thought she was as she played that.
Yeah. Well, there's some really great goalie clinics that coaches and players can take. I took one this last year, and we talked exactly about that. How do you get your player to be able to know where she's at in goal, when to step up, when to step back, where's the happy places, with what angles? And so, it was phenomenal. It's held by Maddie. She used to work at Tribal West. Tribal West is an amazing place to go to. But, yeah, no, she worked there and was hosting amazing goalie clinics.
This is Caroline Lee. Has a goal, trying to split that D, lost it. Olympus trying to keep it, but it's gathered by Fisher. Nielsen, there's that spin. Couldn't get a shot away as Baker was there defensively, and now looking for the clear.
Little body, but fast legs.
Yep. The speed of Olympus on display. And we'll get a call here, the shooting space drawn by Sarah. So Sarah and A sizing one up, the rip, and Kiefer with the save. We talked about when she's locked in, she can be as good as they are, and we'll get stoppage here. There was something that Kiefer saw that she signaled to the official. And
misconduct. Oh, I missed
yeah, dangerous follow through, I think.
No, she said misconduct. Oh, you saw a swipe? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought I saw someone with a hand on the heart. Anyways, it is a 2-minute penalty. She's going to set out. Dangerous propel. Look at you. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Got to thank my sunglasses. They're helping me to just be, dialed in, right?
The Chick-fil-A lemonade's just really getting to me, Dane.
I'm a strong proponent of their frozen lemonades.
Yeah, that's pretty good. They're pretty good.
It's not warm enough for that yet, but in a couple weeks it will be.
Oh, I thought it was. I showed up in a tank top and shorts. I'm freezing.
That is true. So 2 minutes here for Sarah. Let's see if Brighton can take advantage. Zoe Kiefer's got a little bit of room here.
Something I don't think I've seen yet from my memory is I don't think Olympus has dropped a pass.
Yeah, they might not have. Gurley trying to work through, sends one high, and Rossi's there. You mentioned you think she might be one of the best goalies in the state.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great save there for the senior Sydney Rossi.
Now, Brian's not the first team to put pressure on Olympus, so Rossi's had plenty of time between the pipes.
Here's Lee, had it jarred loose, trying to keep it here. Nielsen gathers. Cutter couldn't connect with Eichner.
That's something I talked about a minute ago, was with Olympus, is that they don't snatch the ball. That's what happened there to move it, lose inside the 8, is that defender cradled before she actually had possession of the ball, a.k.a. a snatch.
Nielsen. I thought that was a whistle. It was actually just a bird.
Yeah, there's a Tweety bird behind us.
Looking for Nielsen. That was challenged. Here's Lizzie. Alfondre coming ahead for the Titans as time served. Olympus back to even strength. Kiefer coming up with it for the Bengals.
So you know the new fashion where it's like permanent jewelry, bracelets, anklets and stuff? If not,
No.
Masami Gudick has a wrist tape. I'm sure it's for this wrist strength. But you do see a lot of players out there in the lacrosse world that will tape those instead versus taking them off.
Tape the jewelry?
Yeah, they'll tape the jewelry instead of actually taking it off.
Gurley. Lost her footing, and Nelson coming up with it. Hannah Nelson started, and Kiefer with the denial. Big save there for
Clear.
Annabelle.
Such a direct and pretty clear. Now, Masami definitely has a wrist tape for strength. You can tell looking more about it. But fun facts, we throw them out all the time.
Here comes Eichner. Hugely looking for a seam. Shooting space. She'll have an 8-meter chance. Olympus has not scored in this second quarter. Trying to break that here with Hugely. We'll do this again.
Yeah, false start. The West defender on the left side, the west side obviously, is now getting put behind as well for a false start.
Hugely.
Flag, yep.
And we'll actually get stoppage here. Card going to be given to Lizzie.
That's her third?
Yes.
Unfortunate. No more, ladies, no more.
Olympus penalty, number 17, Lizzie and A. Two minutes for check to the head.
Hugely coming in, and that one was just wide, backed up.
She passed it from out of bounds. Ricky move, Ricky move.
It'll go back to Olympus. Again, Olympus, a player down here. Brighton putting on the pressure. Rossi. Long
Pretty
clear through the middle.
Oh, pretty clear.
Stick check loose by Nielsen. Olympus staying on it. And Sarah. Into the shadows as the sun's setting here at Dumpke Field. Baker. Her goal in the second quarter for Hazel was her 65th of the season.
Wow. She's getting a second,
2 minutes remaining.
second inside for the 8-meter opportunity, and this might be another.
Coming in, Baker, the bounce shot, and the goal.
Titans goal, number 5, Hazel Baker.
She had a clear lane, able to keep her arms up and free, bouncing it right through Kiefer's legs.
Hazel Baker, the goal maker. You like that?
I like that rhyme.
Her second
That's
goal
what I
of the
think
game.
her family should put on the back of their T-shirts.
I'm sure they probably don't love that.
Hazel
but-
Baker, the goal maker.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's cool.
All right. Well, there you go.
I'm also the one that likes funny sayings like that. Hey, but it's memorable. That's what it is.
It is.
Curly
Sometimes you want the memory to be like pristine, right? And I don't know if that's a little kiddish. I've been told I'm the king of the dad jokes, so that might be a little too cheesy.
Doubt that, Dane.
But
I do not doubt that.
we'll roll with it here in the semifinal. 10-5 Olympus. And again, the Titans a player down. They don't look like it.
Sure do not.
Out of the air, won by Nelson.
Oh, I think that's the first pass dropped I have seen.
Both teams back
from
to
this
equal
team.
strength.
Penalty time served. Fed in front. Nelson. Works here to Lizzie. And a call here. Be a 12-meter start.
Yep, stick body contact. It will have an open lane. It is a major foul, so she can shoot if she wanted to.
Crossed over. Oh, just wide. Great look there for Lily Nelson. See Kiefer, top of the crease. Baker coming across. That one was wide and backed up again. Good pursuit there by Goodek. 30 seconds left in the half. Sarah coming around. Had it jarred loose. Sarah trying to keep it, cannot. Nielsen on the push here for the Bengals. 10 seconds left in the half. Sophie, end to end for the Bengals, looking to finish with a goal and draws the whistle with 3 to go. A late opportunity for Brighton. Sophie Nielsen.
Right-handed player taking a second inside shot, not too shabby. Hopefully she can capitalize on this moment for him.
That one not out cleanly. And Sydney Rossi and this Olympus defense does not allow a goal in the second quarter as they've pushed this to a 10-5 lead at the break in the 5A semifinal. Start of the second half, 10-5. Olympus scored 6 unanswered to take this lead into the break. Dane Stewart, Kenzie Christiansen with you. Kenzie, Brighton was super impressive early. Olympus taking kind of a hold. What can Brighton do to get back into some rhythm and try to get back in this game?
I think they're doing the best thing they can do, which is having a fifth defender back. It's a midi defense, and they'll go ahead and roll up and play midfield.
This can help. When Brighton was scoring, they were winning a lot of draws. They weren't having to play a ton of defense. They were able to get some momentum going on the offensive end. We'll see if they can do that here. Gurley coming up.
Yeah, definitely winning the draw, earning that first possession does excel you a lot higher than not winning it, obviously. Again, I'd like to be mic'd up when Nash is having these type of conversations with the girls. This is a tight game still. 5 points is not a huge differential at the moment.
Talk about that first game was 17-6. The way this game started, it felt like we were going to have a different contest. This one maybe hanging at a pivotal point. It's going to be like the first, or is it going to be different? Brighton needing some big plays here to start the second half to try to make it different. Here's Eichner. Works back behind with Fisher.
This one-on-one defense through Olympus is doing very well. They stay on their cutters, but they're also there to communicate. But a great interception right as well as tracing the ball. Yeah,
Nielsen there able to pick that off, and now leading the surge for Olympus. Other end has support coming. Send this back out. Here's Sarah. Sarah switching to the left. A shot saved by Kiefer. She has started to settle in as well.
She has, absolutely. She's made a couple of really great saves, really big saves. That was a whole bunch of contact as Olympus broke across the top of the 8 to be able to actually let off a shot in those last few seconds of the percentage of goal. Impressive.
Nelson gives to Baker. Just ran out of real estate.
I like that.
Here comes Nielsen. Plays ahead. Ayla Cole.
That's why you always got to have a backup.
Yep. Eichner keeping it. Cole had an injury late in the year. It's good to see her back for this playoff run for the Bengals.
Oh, yeah, she's ready to go. Fueled up, rested up, ready to hit the turf.
Inside of 9 to go in this third. Fisher. Gurley trying to work off that screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Illegal blitz.
It'll go back to Olympus.
Yep. Remember the 3 things you got to have, maybe even more, but Time, space, and awareness. They had no time, space, or awareness on that. Izzy's confused, that's for sure. She's like, wait, what just happened? Why is it their ball?
Started here for Lizzie. Fed in front. Oh, and Kiefer got a piece of that.
Yeah, Kiefer got that right off the tip of her stick.
Yep.
Great defense, keeping their sticks up, focusing on their player, but also helping out with those adjacents.
Lizzie.
Great slide from Izzy.
Back to Nelson. Hannah got a little step there.
Yep, shooting space.
So this will be Hannah Nelson. Just off to the right from 8 meters. Coming in, shot saved by Kiefer.
Great save, great save.
Kept here with Sarah. Brighton coming up with it.
I think I found her mama. That was the loudest scream I heard all day.
This Brighton defense has been stalwart here in this third quarter. The offense hasn't been able to take advantage. Flag up here on the delayed call.
Stick to body contact, gonna give her an 8-meter opportunity. I believe she's going to the second inside.
Be Caroline Lee.
Sweet
One of the top goal scorers.
Caroline.
Yep, one of the top goal scorers for the Bengals. 35 now on the season for Caroline. Lee coming in and finishing.
What an explosive takeoff off that 8-meter. She was crouched down, ready for the power in her legs.
Brighton goal, number 15, Caroline Lee.
Propelled herself forward and got a nice goal. They haven't got one of those in a minute, and I bet that felt amazing for Caroline to get.
The first Brighton goal since in the back half of that first quarter when they took a 5-4 lead. And it might have been Lee who had that goal, actually.
It was, yeah. As remember, you were telling me Sweet Caroline. That's where I came from.
So a 4-goal difference, and we head to the draw.
I would love to see a great upset from Brighton. This is something that, you know, this program's been working for so long for Brighton to excel to, you know, championships. I don't think they have gone to that ever. Like, at least not for a while.
Not since it's been sanctioned.
Since 2020, yeah. So they're fighting. They're hungry. They have the players. They have the talent. They have the coaching staff.
I think they've been to the semifinal every year, but they haven't got to a championship.
Yep, correct.
Since it was sanctioned.
I think they played Park City maybe last year, something. Some big competition, obviously.
Well, they typically ran into Olympus or Park City.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are our options.
A draw win by the Bengals. Look out. Working in front. And a flag up here again, and it will be Alex Hughley with an 8-meter opportunity.
Stick to body contact is what it was called. She's getting that second inside, I think. We'll find out.
Hughley has not scored yet today.
Yep, perfect spot. Second inside, right-handed player. One of the best you could ask for.
A great opportunity for her to get on the scoring sheet. Oh, fended off.
Picked back up by Brighton on right off the outline.
Great job behind goal there by Fisher.
Oh.
And you see Nielsen coming over to gather that. Sophie. Looking for the shot on the goal. Sophie Nielsen. Back-to-back Brighton goals. Has them to within 3.
That is such an amazing question mark shot. Question mark is when you crease roll, come up, roll back, and shoot it. Great job. Great execution. Phenomenal play.
10-7, the advantage for the top-seeded Titans.
Is it weird to say the sun's setting, but it definitely has gotten warmer out here. I love it.
The wind has died down.
That'd be it. This is a capitalizing moment. You know, Brighton's been able to get a couple of the draws, which has gotten them some goals. But here is where all the energy starts, is right here at the draw. You can really see that the Olympus player is really torquing her back wrist so that when that whistle blows, she has her bottom front hand ready to use her back and biceps to get that draw. Yep, beautiful.
Nielsen kind of kicked that back, but the whistle here, it'll go to Brighton. Is that coming across?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Early entry. When you see the windshield wiper,
another possession for the Bengals. Taking advantage of the last couple. Could get to a 2-goal difference. Nielsen coming ahead.
That's a great cut by Gurley. Just wasn't able to be seen.
Behind goal. And shooting space.
3 seconds.
Oh.
I thought it was going to be shooting space too. But no, that defender was able to pop out of the way fast enough. But still got 3 seconds. Major foul, giving her the first inside for the 8-minute opportunity. Right-handed player.
Brighton is taking advantage of these opportunities in this third. Coming in, and they take advantage again.
Great.
3 unanswered goals for Brighton.
This is the type of energy that every coach asks for. You get kind of put down a little bit by the other team getting some goals up on you. You fight back. You don't bow down. You fight back, and that's exactly what Brighton's doing, as there is a timeout called.
Timeout Olympus, as Coach Spratling wanted to get her group refocused. 10-8. Here come the Bengals. Welcome back. We have it on really good authority. I mean, it's super official. That goal scored by Charlie Eichner. Want to thank our Brighton fans for helping us out with that one. We didn't have a great angle, and so anyway, thank you.
Yes.
Unofficially first goal of the game for Eichner.
Right on for.
10-8, your score.
I think watching their draw is my most favorite part. Both these draw takers are very talented. Olympus has had a little bit more better direction, but Izzy's been able to actually physically capitalize on it.
Out of the air, captured by Sarah.
Beautiful capture. That's the type of capture you want to see from every draw. You know, you're reaching for it at the highest point of your stick, not just waiting for it to come down to you.
But, you know, this Brighton defense has looked much more synchronized in this third quarter.
Yeah.
Kiefer's made some nice saves as Nelson coming through. And, again, it's Kiefer getting that stick up, causing that to not come out cleanly. It will stay here with the Titans. Ane.
Kind of a little ISO.
Kiefer mimicking. A little cut by Baker. Couldn't get it through, and Brighton has it. Oh,
3
wait, we got a delay
seconds,
call.
major foul must be called.
Boy, it's hard to hear that whistle.
I didn't even hear it. All I saw was her stop.
So this will be a 12-meter start for Hannah Nilsson. Goodek will play back up with Lizzie. Sarah. Got a lane and draws the shooting space.
She states if you're coming in with us, it is when a defendant steps in the way of the lane of the shooter, which is a dangerous procedure, so it is an immediate call, giving her an 8-meter opportunity.
Coming in, the shot high and scoring. First goal of the second half for the Olympus Titans.
Titans goal, number 12, Sarah Ane.
Third goal for an A.
That was a great shot, especially with that takeaway, taking it right at that 8-meter opportunity and soaring it to the back of the net. Something that I've noticed is Olympus is very good about those high shots. It's not just that they lob it or rainbow it in. They rip it in. And so for keeper to be able to get some of these stops, like, dang, girl, you've been working on your speed and agility.
I think they're very accurate with their shot placement.
Absolutely.
And that's where, we talked about Kiefer in the first half. I said maybe she got a little confused where she was in the case. She's been very aggressive top of the crease.
Absolutely.
And it's actually played to her benefit on some of those shots because she's been able to get that stick up and has actually stick to stick where it hasn't let that shot come out with the placement that Olympus is usually so known for.
Absolutely.
So this one collected by the Titans. Ane to the middle.
I like that little pass.
Yeah. Here's
Versatility.
Lizzie. Worked in front. And back-to-back goals now for the Titans.
Sami Gudic.
Yep.
Assisted by number 17, Lizzie Ane.
Sami got one of the first goals in the first halves. Now we're trickling down to 1 minute and 14 seconds as she got her second goal. And she did the exact same way. She cut in, had a sharp pass, turned at a sharp goal.
Gurley and Ane on the draw.
1 minute plus left here in the third.
I can't help but notice the height difference on the circle.
Titans looking for more here late in the quarter. Offense was shut out for most of this quarter until the last minute and a half. Oh, good feed in front.
And shooting space. Taking it to the first inside for the 8-meter opportunity. We say opportunity because you never know if they're going to pull it out, pass it, or take it in for a shot.
Lily Nelson will start this from 8 meters. And we'll do it again. 20 seconds left here. Coming in. That one couldn't be put on frame. Kept here, Olympus.
9 seconds.
Out with Nelson. Here's Baker. 5 to go in the frame. To Sarah. Gives back to Hazel. And couldn't get the shot away. That'll do it. Through 3, 12-8. Olympus leading Brighton in the 5A semifinal.
Enjoy simple, convenient.
Start of the fourth quarter. Looked like Olympus was taking control of the game. A big third surge from Brighton. A couple late goals for the Titans. Still has the difference at 4. This feels a lot different than it did when we started the third quarter.
Absolutely. It's been a lot different energy.
The call there will give it to Olympus.
A lot different energy coming from Brighton from other games that we have seen.
And now we'll get
Delay,
the stoppage
green.
here. Yep.
Green card, delay of game, failure to move forward behind. Green, green, yellow, and then yellow.
Started by Sarah.
It's interesting to see how Olympus sets up, because right now they're offset. Oh, here they are lining and spreading out. Interesting. All right, set a pass and roll it. Why not? Get some variation in here.
Here's Goodick. That delayed call.
Held whistle, that's what a flag is called. That means a foul has happened. And they're just waiting to see what the attacker is able to do. She wasn't able to get any type of shot off.
12-meter start. Threaded. Little ground ball there, just wide from Hazel Baker.
Yeah, she was trying to do a little bit of a Twizzler shot. Just did not get to the back of that net.
Here's Nelson. Nelson, nice little move there. Sent it wide.
I think that's 3 shots in a row that have been denied outside of that cage.
Shadows creeping on to Dumke Field here on both ends. Nelson running into traffic, trying to maintain. Able to find an outlet there with Sarah.
Nice defensive crash. That triple team slowed down the NA.
Brighton outscored Olympus in that third quarter. And their defense, we talked about, seeming more kind of synchronized has been the case. And here's an 8-meter opportunity that's earned by Goodick. Annabelle Kiefer in cage. Goodick shot. Kiefer denies it.
I don't know if she knew she denied that, but she's able to pick it up now.
She didn't know where it was, but she knew where it was going. And she's been great in this second half. She's got 4 or 5 saves.
She's been amazing this game. I don't know what she's done since the last time I watched her, but she's been phenomenal.
Here come the Bengals. Henderson. Bringing it ahead. Brighton setting up the offense. Approaching 9 to play in regulation. We had a triple overtime game in one of our 6A semis. Brighton's got some work to do to get to that point. Hugely will give this to Eichner. Charlie has a step, the shot, and the goal. Charlie Eichner with the Bengal goal. It's 12-9.
That was a great pump fake, getting the goalie to move a little bit and able to shoot it to the back of the net.
We talk about how Olympus jumps on you. How about the ability of Brighton tonight to not let that affect their game plan, to stay mentally focused, stick with their plan, and just try to chip away at this comeback?
Absolutely, yeah. They've played a really amazing game. They've, really linked together, not let anything affect them, no matter what the calls may or may not have been. They have just said, okay, and moved on.
I said it's still a 3-goal difference, and there's still 8:40 to go, and we've seen how quickly Olympus can strike. There's still a lot of work for the Bengals to do.
That's not impossible. It's not impossible.
Of course, we've got one more 5A semi, Park City and Maple Mountain. That game will start about 10, 15 minutes after this one is concluded. Ground ball. And Brighton has it. Not only do they have it, they've got room. Coming in, the shot, and a goal! It's Caroline Lee with her 3rd goal, and it's a 2-goal deficit.
That was such a great drive. From a ground ball, nothing was stopping her. No defense ahead, and she was able just to rip it through. Obviously, all the Bengals beside me are agreeing with how phenomenal that was.
Look out. The Bengals, talk about resolve, and
that was amazing.
They went almost, I'm going to say 15 minutes without a goal. They didn't score in the second, And they led 5-4 at one point, and they trailed 7-5 after one. So I'm going to say about 15 minutes, the Bengals went without a goal.
Yeah, and here they are.
Back to the draw. I would have had Olympus heavily favored. Can the Titans shake this off and get back to their game? It starts with a draw win, possessed by Nelson. Played up with Lily Nelson, and now back behind goal.
Oh, snap.
Here's Lizzie. Baker. Hannah.
Defense is doing super solid.
And Lizzie, there the shooting space will be 8 meters.
You know, I've seen a lot of yellow flags with shooting space. I thought shooting space was an immediate call. I don't know. I may have to ask the head official on that one.
This is Lizzie Ame from 8 meters. Oh, started premature. Yep.
Dang. That's unfortunate. But guess what? That's the type of thing that Brighton definitely needed to get ahead.
Brighton has it, a chance to pull to within one in this semifinal. Kiefer playing ahead to Cole. Ayla will continue, being pressured by Baker. And draws the charge. Baker just working back to her feet here. 6:52 to go, and the officials here conversing.
I don't know if it's necessarily a yellow. It was a big hit. It was definitely a block. I think that's what we're talking about. Maybe it was a yellow. There was a lot of passion behind that block and that impact.
It is a yellow.
Yep. Since the coaches did step on field, Baker does have to come off. Dangerous contact is what's being called for the yellow. Yeah, there goes Baker going off.
Bengals penalty on number 4, Isabel Gurley. 2 minutes for dangerous contact.
So Gurley will be off for 2 minutes. .651 to go.
Got to look at those back adjacents to get those covered.
Goodek trying to work around the pressure. Staying
Ball
right there is
loose.
Caroline Lee. And this will stay with the Bengals, or with the Titans, my apologies. Here's Sarah. Approaching the midway point of this fourth quarter. Back up to Lizzie.
I wonder if they're going to do pass around or if they're going to try and make more opportunities to make a bigger differential.
Nelson feeding in front. That defense claps down quickly.
Nice defensive crash. But her stick handling, even she got swiped out a few times with her stick, and that she was able to hold control.
And, you know, I'll actually tip the cap Lily Nelson. There's no need to force it here. You got a 2-goal lead, right? Like, wait for the right shot.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take a bad shot as you see that stick
To body
come up there.
Yeah.
So start here for Goodek. Lizzie lost it, able to keep it. Sarah feeding in front. Low shot is wide, and Olympus backs it up. Just the versatility of shots that Olympus takes. It's so difficult.
Well, they've been seeing that, some of the high shots have been going off mark, but the low shots have been making it more often than not. So why not try and take those?
Sarah worked in front. That was denied.
Yep. Dangerous follow through.
And a card being shown to Goodek.
Is that her second of the night?
I think it is.
Yep, she'll unfortunately be out. Wait, how many cards is that for Brighton?
I have 4.
They're be
the
down
4th
for the
yellow
rest of the
for
game.
Olympus.
2 minutes for a dangerous follow-through.
Remember, Brighton was down a player. They're now back even. Gurley's back on the field. No, she's not.
Gurley's not. Is she? Where's she at?
She's on the bench.
But did someone come in for her? Someone must have came in for her.
I think so.
Yep, there's someone came in for her.
Here's Cole. Eichner trying to get around Baker. We'll give this away. That one into the crease. Rossi gathers.
Yep.
No, my apologies. We had a call.
Yep, offside.
Couldn't hear it.
I'm honestly surprised I didn't get called a little bit sooner. Because I did see your hand up. I thought I was maybe calling 3 seconds. But, yeah, it's caught. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Well,
They're going back to Brighton.
It's loud. It's not easy to hear the whistles here.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
4 to go. Brighton with it. Lee. Boy, ran right into Baker. Still trying to get this away. Gets it
3
with Miller.
seconds. Major foul. Going back to the 12, opening up a lane. It is a major foul, so she can take this shooting opportunity. But that defense is stacked ahead of her.
Yeah,
It's going to be hard for her to get a shot
Avery
off.
Miller starting it. Trying to work through. Here's Nielsen. Eichner. Nielsen. 3 to go. Nielsen got the edge, the shot. It's a 1-goal game. Sophie Nielsen with her 4th goal.
My goodness. I did not have this anticipated at all for this game. I'll be honest, I'll hold myself accountable. I thought it was going to be a huger differential than 1 dang goal. Look at Brighton out here spitting out all these goals, having an amazing game. They are going to be man up for the rest of the game. They have 2 minutes and 57 seconds that they need to keep capitalization on, that they could have this game. They could get 2 goals.
Goodek is still off. And to your point, with the 4th yellow for Olympus, Brighton will have opportunities. Gurley and Sarah Ane on the draw. 1-goal game. Olympus, the top seed and heavy favorite in 5A, trying to hold on in this semifinal against their region rival.
Yeah, these girls are feeling that pressure. I love that Nash has signs saying green. That must be a play of theirs. They can't hear it, so might as well read it.
I've seen that up for a while, so I don't know if that's like a good luck, right? I don't know what that is, but this draw won by an A and the Titans. Olympus has not scored in this 4th quarter.
They have not. They have not.
Here's Baker.
And they have the ability to.
Yep. Looking for a little insurance as this game has gotten tight. Yeah, so Olympus is a player down the rest of the game. If you're Brighton, when do you start to push defensively to try to double and get this back?
10 years ago, they have the players.
Here's Nelson.
They can double team right now, have the adjacent slide in for help when it's needed.
Nelson ducking under, back behind goal.
That backer
2 to go in this semifinal.
Something the backer needs to watch is make sure they do not get shooting space, as that is a likely call when you have a backer.
Nelson still on it.
Yep.
And we have a timeout.
Oh, I had no idea what I thought she said, but timeout.
Olympus calls the timeout. 1:50 left. Don't go anywhere. We got a great finish when we come back. 1:50 left. 12-11, the lead for Olympus. Brighton has trailed by as many as 5 in this second half. They've pulled to within 1. Olympus has the possession, but they're a player down for the remainder of the contest.
They even have the teams that were warming up on the sidelines stopped to watch this interaction.
If you're waiting for Park City Maple, we'll have that shortly after this game. The ball is lost. Brighton had it, and this is going out, and it will stay with the Titans. Scooped up by Sarah. The winner advances to Thursday's 5A final. Sarah just taking time away. The double team. Sarah finding a little lane, approaching 60 seconds to go. Inside of a minute. That pass a little tall, and Brighton has it.
Wow, that's
Olympus
insane.
racing back. Jarred loose and scooped up by Baker. I think it was Emma Davis that forced the loose possession. She's got it now for the Titans as they'll play back to Rossi. 30 seconds left. Brighton has to push.
They have nothing to lose. They need to get out there and put pressure on every single player. They are man up.
There is all sorts of field for Olympus to work with. 20 seconds left. A long clear that's intercepted. Fed in front. Rossi comes out of the cage and gathers. She's got an A, but a whistle here is going to be a card shown to Gurley. That's the call. How about Rossi?
Wow.
She's given up some goals. I know there were a couple of responses where you could tell she was kind of getting a little disappointed she wasn't making safe. You come out and make that play right there.
That was huge. That is beyond huge. That is ginormous, magnificent. Absolutely
Rossi will
phenomenal.
start it with 9 seconds left. You could essentially just throw this down, and I don't know if Brighton would have enough time to get down.
it back.
8, 7,
Plays to an A. Countdown on. There's the heave. Intercepted, but Brighton won't get a look, and Olympus holds off the rally
Wow.
as the Titans move on to the 5A state championship with the 12-11 win.
Rossi killed that for Olympus. Without that saving moment, without that ground ball, Brighton would have been able to catch that ball and at least let off a shot. A goal, who knows, but a shot for sure. And Rossi is the one that saved Olympus in that final moment.
Your selection of player of the game?
Rossi, I think that phenomenal job. But you know what? You gotta skip to the field and realize how well Kiefer's been, right? Kiefer's had tons of shots on her by very elite players. So very honorable, great teams, both sides. Lots of respect for both teams and coaches.
I think this is the test that Olympus needed. We talk about how dominant they've been. You get a game where you've got to make plays late to come away with it. Mm-hmm. We'll see if this can help propel them to finishing, getting to the top of the mountain in that championship game on Thursday, and give a lot of credit to Brighton.
Absolutely.
I mean, 10-5 in the break, kind of thought this is going to landslide. It did not. A 6-2 second half for the Bengals, but they just run out of time as the comeback falls short. Both goalies played great, and you got to tip your cap. Kiefer was phenomenal for the Bengals. Loved the push that they had.
Absolutely.
Rossi with a big play late. And Nelson had 3 goals. Ane had a pair. Balanced scoring offensively for the Titans as they get the 12-11 win. We got one more semifinal for you. Maple Mountain and Park City. The winner of that will take on the Olympus Titans in the 5A final. We'll have that game for you in about 10 minutes on KSLSports.com. For Quentin Psyche, Kenzie Christiansen, my name is Dane Stewart. Thanks for joining us here in the 5A semifinal.